that the DDrace command spectate became pretty popular and very important in the gores map types, because most of the maps have very small platforms, and if you're racing with bigger teams, you don't have enough space to fit the whole team in one safe spot. So you have to move your T in spectator mode so others have space. And this can also cause some evil and unlucky accidents. For example, it can easily happen that you're trying to help your mates out of the freeze, and suddenly a T appears and bounces you into the freeze. And if the things go really bad, he also gets bounced into the freeze, and all are dead. And it's not the fault of somebody, because this happens. You want to unspec and you weren't sure where your position was, and then all goes wrong. And this can happen all the time. You have to communicate non-stop to know who is in spectate and when they are unspectating and stuff, but this doesn't happen. It's a fast game and you don't want to chat all the time, and the people do spec and unspec and they do it too fast. It's a fast game. You can't control this action all the time. And there are many other bad things that can happen. For example, you're trying to skip a part. You see a T is perfectly on the wall that you can jump on his head and skip the part. But while you are falling down right on the T's head, he suddenly spectates because he wants to check the next part. And this happens me all the time. Or I'm trying to use T's in freeze to create a boat or something, and people always spectate, and I get freezed. It is also annoying if you are searching failed mates and you can't find them because they are spectating while they are in freeze. Of course, I understand the spectate command has some advantages, and I understand that some players don't want to lose these advantages coming with the spectate command, but there are always ways to avoid the spectate command and replace it with some other better ways, in my opinion. For example, let's say you failed in a gores part and you can't hear or see alive T's because they're too far away. Then you can use the pause command without spectating and check where the others are. But while you are in the pause mode, someone can suddenly arrive at your T and help you. And if you're not reacting, this can cause a fail. So that's not the perfect way. That's why some people use the spectate command to hide their T while they are not active. Yes, but it's much better to simply zoom. So you can stay active in your T, you hear the sound if someone gets nearby, and you see the others. And you can react fast. And if someone touches you and you didn't hear the sound, you still see the screen moving because the T is always in the center, and if it's moving, the whole image moves. So you always will react or recognize if your T gets in action. And all that without using the spectate command and having the disadvantages the spectate command brings. For example, other players don't see where you are and stuff I mentioned before. Sadly, you can't do something against two small platforms. That's something the mapper has to care about, and I hope in the future we see also hard maps with huge platforms, because they don't influence the difficulty of the map. And yeah, that's it.